This morning, the missus and I are flying on an unusual daytime flight from the East Coast to Europe. Come travel with us as we once again experience United's wonderful Polaris Business Class from Newark Liberty Airport to London Heathrow. This is one of the best business class products in the USA, and I'll explain how Amanda paid less than $6 for this $3,355 one-way flight, and how I was able to upgrade from an economy ticket for free. And of course, we'll do a Lou review too. The best part of all is that after this rather short flight across the pond, we'll arrive in London with virtually no jet lag and just in time for bed. Yo, my name's Jeff, and I believe the journey is half the fun. We got an early start as we boarded the Logan Express bus to catch a short flight from Boston over to Newark. One of the best ways to beat jet lag is to get on the time zone of the place you're traveling to, and 4 a.m. on the East Coast is already 9 a.m. in England. I like to have first-class experiences on basic economy budgets, and today we're going to be taking United Polaris from here in Newark to London. The cool thing is this is an 8 a.m. departure, which means that we're not going to have the overnight jet lag that you typically get on a European flight. Now, that flight would normally cost over $3,000 one way, but Amanda was able to book her flight today for only $5, and if you stay tuned till later in the video, I'll show you exactly how we did that. So as you can see, Amanda's a little crippled from her ski accident in Whistler, but she's getting around the airport just fine. Today we'll be flying on a 23-year-old United Boeing 767-300 that is specially configured with a large Polaris business class cabin. All right, here we go, United Polaris to London. Of course, I'm the slow one. Yeah, so Amanda literally had to wait for me to catch up on the jet bridge. How did that happen? Today I'll be in seat 10A, and Amanda will have the better seat behind me, 11A. Oh, I picked another shitty window seat. Clearly I didn't check Seat Guru ahead of time and ended up with half a window.
So for breakfast this morning, I have steak and eggs. I have quiche just made with kale and egg whites, or I have oatmeal.
I'll go with the steak and eggs, please. All right, welcome aboard United Polaris, flight to London, the daytime flight here. Should be a lot of fun. Had a lot of goodies waiting in the seat as usual. My favorite is the gel cooling pillow. We also have a regular full-size pillow, a Saks Fifth Avenue blanket, and of course, the Polaris amenity kit. One thing that was missing, however, was the menu, but for breakfast today we're having steak and eggs. The other choices were a quiche and oatmeal was the third choice. So nice to have 3 options for breakfast, although disappointed we don't have the menus, and I'm sure there'll be a lunch or some sort of snack pre-landing as well.
Like 6 hours and 30 minutes. We tend to get 15 minutes early in London is what we're anticipating. So about 8:25.
It was a pretty busy morning at Newark, but before too long we were up in the air and on our way. And I was really looking forward to spending the day relaxing in the sky. All right, great start to the service so far. It's been a really good flight. I actually really enjoyed the breakfast. Obviously the steak was overcooked, but it did taste really good. So I really don't have any complaints so far. Service has been great. I'm gonna just kind of kick back and relax. I think it's a really great way to spend a weekday afternoon flying nonstop to London in business class. Really have no complaints here. And now it's time for the Lou review. So we'll have a look around. The best loo in this Polaris business cabin is the one in the back, in the middle. Now, in addition to all the standard essentials, they have facial mist, hand cream, and of course, a nappy changing table. Wi-Fi is available on board as well. The price for the full flight would be $28, or roughly £21.50 at current exchange rates. Welcome to Pillow Talk on the HD Jeff channel. I'm just kidding. Just enjoying the flatbed here for a little daytime nappage. Probably not, but you know, we'll pretend. So if you're interested in flying United Polaris, the comfort of the flatbed is really good compared to most business class seats. The cool thing about this plane, obviously, is about half the flight is business class. So if you're trying to go for an upgrade, there's usually plenty of seats available. So anyway, now I think I'm just gonna maybe have enough time for another movie, and hopefully after that it'll be time for our pre-landing snack meal. Okay, now one of the questions that everyone's been asking, okay, actually no one's ever asked this before, is the Polaris seat big enough for 2 people? As you can see, yeah, it's pretty tight, but it works. Amanda, how is your flight going so far?
My flight so far is wonderful. I've been lounging, watching The Sopranos. They have a whole season 1 on there. It's been great.
Now, would you say you're going through more jet lag on a daytime flight or an overnight flight to London?
Definitely an overnight flight, because I land, if you do an overnight flight, you're landing in the morning, then you have to be up the whole entire day. Whereas this one, you just land in the evening and go straight to bed.
And how do you feel about the food on board today?
I didn't experience any of the food on board today. The ginger ale and water were delicious.
What are you most looking forward to when we get to London?
Seeing my family and seeing our friends. It'll be nice to see everyone that we haven't seen in a few months.
All right, so I'm going to explain how Amanda was able to book her flight today for only $5.60. So if you collect United points, you can use United miles to book business class over to Europe for as low as 60,000 points, which is exactly what she did. And then you do have to pay the $5.60 tax. Currently, United is offering up to 120,000 miles as a sign-up bonus, and I've linked all the latest offers below, or you can visit hdjeff.com/cards. So what I did is I bought an economy ticket and I used 40 plus points to upgrade. Now what plus points are, those are points that United Airlines hands out to its top tier Platinum and 1K and Global Services members, and those can be used for upgrades throughout the whole system. I used 40 points to upgrade from an economy fare to Polaris today, skipping over the premium economy upgrade as well, which is great. So all in all, a really great deal. The pre-landing meal actually looks pretty good considering. So we have some sort of chicken with noodles here with a salad. Got another buffalo trace on the rocks there, and of course the individually wrapped bun. And Amanda went with the other choice, which was a butternut squash ravioli, which was oddly covered in butternut squash. And one of my favorite things about the seat design is that whether you're sitting or lying down, you can't see anyone around you. It's incredibly private. All right, quick little flight recap as we start our descent into London's Heathrow Airport. I'd say the pros for this flight was I really enjoyed the service. The food was actually pretty tasty. Bed's very comfortable, no complaints about the seat or anything like that. I guess my only complaint is I wish I had a little bit more time to spend in the Polaris lounge before leaving this morning. The food service is very obviously still reduced from what it was before the pandemic, but quite clearly United's still doing the cost cutting. There's no tablecloth service, there's no multi-course meal service like before, so I'd really love to see that come back soon. That's definitely got a great deal on today's flight, so really can't complain about that either.
I've been better, I've been worse, I've chased after pretty girls. Seen a couple places that I never thought I'd see. I've walked into harder times, I've walked out the other side. It seems like you end up getting what you need. Yeah, looking down from 30,000 feet, life's been good to me.
We made it to London, woohoo! One last little video clip just to celebrate the fact that after a couple of years, we are standing in an airport with no masks on legally. So hopefully the US will join the UK in making that smart decision soon. Yo, my name's Jeff. I believe that travel helps us build a more peaceful planet, and I hope to see you on my next journey. Peace out.
It's a new day.
The walker in the crutch.